Hello, my friends. It's Nanny and the Moose. I'm recording this on Monday, Labor Day. And before I wilt away, I think we better get on to the topic of this video. Our topic today is something that in the past week I've been thinking a lot about, and I've been reading up on a lot of people who are famous for one thing or another in life. They're either activists or scientists or investors or financial men or entertainers. And I kind of wanted to get an idea of what their life advice is. Most of them had their top 10 rules, their life advice, or ways to be successful in life. And that did not necessarily mean financial advancement, but it all boiled down to 3 or 4 things that they all had in common. And I'm just going to skip over some of these today, only because they interested me, and I think you'll kind of be interested in them. Well, one of the ones that I did a little bit of reading about, and we all know a lot about her anyway because she's on TV all the time, is Oprah. And we know pretty much how Oprah has lived her life and what her life history is. She came from very humble beginnings and built her success on TV as an entertainer with her talk show. And recently she's been on TV a lot talking about the law of attraction with a lot of different people. So she does believe in some of that. But let me read some of the things that she lists as some of her advice. Here's what Oprah has to say. Number 1, do your best. Follow your intuition. Practice gratitude. Forgive yourself for your own mistakes. Forgiveness, and we talk a lot about forgiveness. My glasses are so fogged up, I can hardly read here, but I will continue. Never stop improving yourself. Believe in yourself. Don't just dream. Find your purpose in life. Have good balance between your work life and your private life. And stay grounded and centered. So let's remember some of those things. And I think you're all familiar with Oprah. Now there's another person. I thought I'd pick somebody from the really successful financial field. Warren Buffett. He's 92 years old. I think his worth right now is 125 billion. And I think he started selling candy or something at 6 years old. So his background is amazing. But it's interesting to know some of the things that he says in life. And by the way, he said these rules that he has, and he calls them rules, his top 10 rules, is not necessarily for success, but for the way you live. A lot of these rules. Number 1, find your passion. Invest in yourself. Of course, he's big in investing in the financial world, but invest in yourself first. Do what you know best. Now that's a good one. I like that. Find your margin of safety and stay within it. Don't care what others think. Create your circle of confidence, people around you. And a couple of them said this too. Choose people to associate with that are smarter than yourself. And even a spouse. Choose a spouse that's better than you or smarter than you. Now, a couple of them said that. Maintain emotional stability. Give unconditional love. And believe in the power of love, and always give back. Now, those are some of his. Obviously, there are more, but I'm just going over some of the ones that I was interested in each one of them. Now, I picked somebody else, Albert Einstein. Well, we all know Albert Einstein. Now, his thinking, he was a genius, right? But his motto or his theory his Einstein's theory of happiness is a calm and modest life brings more happiness than the never-ending pursuit of success. Now, he also says, tie yourself and your life to achieving your goals, not only your work goals, but your goals in life. I think he's also responsible for this quote, where there is a will, there is a way. Now, I like this. He says that out of clutter comes simplicity. Well, I hope that. Out of discord comes harmony. And out of difficulty comes opportunity. Now, he also said something about miracles that I thought was interesting. If I could find it here, I don't want to get it wrong. Well, there are two kinds of people, those who believe in miracles and those who do not believe in miracles. Someone asked Einstein if he believed in miracles. He said, yes, there is no coincidence. Of all the things in life that he appreciates the most is appreciation from others, his sailboat, and his violin. He says, learn the rules of the game and then play it better than anyone else. Albert Einstein. Okay, and the last one that I did some reading on is Maya Angelou. Now, I'm sure a lot of you, during a lot of the presidential inaugurations, Maya is usually there. And Maya also comes from a very difficult background, humble beginnings. Maya has been a civil rights activist. She's a poet. She's a personal speaker. Wonderful woman who has pretty much given her life in service to others. And here's some of her rules of life. Number one, just do the right thing. Now, these are pretty simple. Be courageous, love, laugh, bring blessings to someone else, turn struggles into triumphs, learn to say no, love yourself, always do your best, keep rising, and never give up. Okay, now what do they all have in common? Well, of all of those and many, many other people, if you read or see them on TV or ever hear them being interviewed, you will probably notice that most of them will include the same life goals or life advice, either for success in the workplace or personal happiness. And those are, number one, everybody says, believe and invest in yourself. You have to have self-confidence. Don't just dream, do it. Another one is, and this one I believe in too, never give up. Keep on going. Persistence. Every single one of all the successful people in the world, that's what it is. Don't be discouraged. Keep on going. Persistence. Finding your passion. Can't do anything without passion about something. Believe in what you're doing. But the last thing is, improve yourself constantly. Read, read, read. Every single one of these people on their list was, don't ever stop learning. And that's, to me, one of the best. You know, I am so hot right now that I think it's about time to end this. But think about people that you admire in life or people that you've read about. You don't even have to admire them. Just read about what they think about life and how they felt they succeeded or how they want to succeed and how it intertwines with their personal life. Their personal goals and their work goals are pretty much the same. It's that balance in life, and we can all succeed in life, be the happiest that we can be and successful by following a few of these rules of life, and especially the ones that they all have in common. A couple of things that I wanted to show you today was my scrunchy hair. Now, as you know, it's probably been about 3 days since I washed my hair and did the scrunch, and it was really curly. Well, I have not really brushed it out. I haven't gone anywhere. I've just been vegging on the bed in this heat. And this morning, what I did was I just wet the hair with my hands, and I put my spray on, that Tresemme Extra Hold, scrunched again, and I just wanted to show you how you can re-scrunch with a little water and a little spray. And I'm going to put it back up on my head again. The other thing I wanted to talk about, of course, once again, was my eyes. And I want to thank you all for all the suggestions on what to use on my lower eyelids. I've decided my biggest problem, besides choosing what the right products, is the fact that I don't take enough time with myself. As I told you, I'm not wild about putting makeup on, so I can't languish and enjoy the process. I don't always check to see if the mascara is off my fingers and my hands, and I don't check in a magnifying mirror. I don't put my glasses on until after I've done some recording. So I'm going to be more careful. I've decided I'm going to be a big girl. And if I'm going to wear makeup, then I have to be responsible about checking it and taking time. Now, one thing, I knew I had bought something a while ago and had put it somewhere that I had forgotten about it. And what it is an eyelid primer, because I haven't been pleased with the way the mascara looks blotchy. It doesn't look nice and smooth like all the other ladies when they put their eyeshadow on. And this is called No Budge. Can you read it? No, tiny little tube. It's not a big tube. It's No Budge Eyelid Shadow Primer. And so I put it on before I sat down, and I put it all the way up to the eyebrows. In fact, I forgot to fill in my eyebrows just now. See, I don't check everything. And I realized that you have to let things dry. And I don't do that. Usually I put my Nivea on, or if I put that on right before my castor oil, I get it all on. I don't wait before I put the makeup on. And obviously things are going to look a little greasy or just not perfect. Now, I'm not striving for perfection, that's for sure. But I think I owe it to myself and probably you, if I'm going to do this, to do it a little more carefully and take some time. So I did let it dry. I waited and waited, and I did some other things, and I let it dry, and then I put eyeshadow on. And do you think it looks a little better? I didn't put too much eyeshadow on, but I think maybe it stayed in a little, it stayed better. It didn't come out quite as blotchy. And I did find a mascara that I had. Remember, we were searching for skinny eye mascaras, and I did find one that I had in my little arsenal of eyeshadows. I found my old telescopic. I think I'll try and use some of these smaller. I got so many suggestions from all of you, and thank you so much for using various wands. That here's my telescopic, and I think of all of them, I used telescopic for a year because Colleen recommended it, and it does have a very small thin brush. And I'm still trying. I did put the bit of I took a brush and I put a little bit of eyeshadow underneath the eye. And then I went very carefully, and I think it's a little better. Anyway, that's my update on eyes and hair. And I'm going to go put my hair up. Isn't it amazing how you can redo a scrunch do a couple of days later? And quite frankly, when I looked at my hair this morning, when I was getting ready to do this hairdo, I thought, no way, it was pretty straight, even though I hadn't brushed it through. No curls in the ends or anywhere. Wet it, and look what happened. It's cool. Good summer hairdo. So my little outfit, my bright yellow cheery outfit today is goodbye, hopefully, to the last of summer. I know it's not ending yet. Debbie gave me this. This is my Neil Camuto blouse that she gave me, I believe, for Mother's Day. And it has these beautiful little yellow sleeves. I always love it. Debbie always said that we had to put a little more yellow in our lives. And the sleeves are so pretty. And Moosey loves me in yellow. And I don't wear enough yellow. By the way, this blouse is Vince Camuto. Vince Camuto. And I just love it. Sorry I called him Neil. Tell you what, I cannot wait for summer to end. You know, here in California, we're lucky really to have a lovely climate most of the year. We can still wear pleasant clothing and not load up too heavy on the heavy jackets in the fall or even the winter. Sometimes we do have some rain. I don't know when. We could use it now. Spring is lovely, but these summers are just too hot, and I know all of you are suffering. One sad thing that seems to be happening lately, and I figured this out in my head, is that we seem to, especially those of us in our mature years, because we're more concerned with our health these days, especially since the start of COVID, which will be coming up on 3 years soon. And this is not the time in Moosey's of my life, or most of yours, to be shutting ourselves off from family and various things. Now, I know a lot of you say, don't do it, it's not worth it, but it's not worth it to get really sick either. And we've been careful and haven't seen our family as much as we are used to, and that's been bothering us. So we put off doing things because of the pandemic. We've put so much off because of hot weather too. Now, we had a couple of invitations this weekend, one to go to San Diego today, but with 107 degrees, we felt we better not. Our granddaughter Bridget had us over, or wanted to have us over today, and you know, everyone is saying stay inside. All our children are calling saying take care of yourselves, stay hydrated, stay safe. So we're putting life on hold because of extreme weather, of COVID, and you know, wouldn't it be nice to, at least it seemed back in the day, that somehow we didn't, of course we were younger then and certain things didn't bother us, but I tell you, in about 5 minutes after this video is over, I'm joining Moosey in our bedroom where we have a lovely portable air. We have one in here too, but I have to keep it off when I video. So if Moosey is sitting down in his corner, he's starting with the perspiration, and you can probably see mine coming out here too. It's just too noisy to keep on. But I'm so sorry. I'm venting today. But I do want to wish all of you a very happy Labor Day. For those of you, all of us all, who have worked very hard all our lives, work is something to be proud of, no matter what you do. And that's what today honors all of us who labor in one way or another, in one job or another, for the sake of your families, for yourself, for the country, let's applaud ourselves. Happy Labor Day. Even though it's so hot everywhere, I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. I hope you're swimming, staying safe, watching that. See you hopefully on a cooler day, but I don't think so within the next couple of days. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you for all your suggestions in helping me stay on track with the makeup and various other things. I'm glad you enjoyed my bruschetta. As a couple of my Italian friends told me, it's with the K, bruschetta. So I have another great recipe next week for you that came from Dove. As you know, good things come from Dove. And she showed me a recipe this morning that she and Barry had on their summer vacation in one of the B&Bs, and she replicated it yesterday morning, and you're gonna love it. I'm gonna close now because it's just too hot to keep going. I love you all. Have a happy day. Bye for now. God bless us all.